of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We FM is SVG.
Good afternoon and welcome to EFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Coach St. Vincent Limited.
St. Vincent, have you registered? The Rotary Club of St. Vincent's Glow Run, in collaboration with Island Wide Fitness, powered by Edwin Lidanes and Sons, is Saturday, June 14th. Join us at the cruise ship terminal, starting at 4 p.m. for Vibrant Health Fair, followed by the 10K Glow Run at 6 p.m. Dash through the scenic route from the cruise ship terminal to the E.T. Joshua Tarmac, moving through King Garden, the Tarmac, and back on the main road to Kingstown. It's more than a run. It's a movement against childhood obesity. Join us and make a difference. Just $60 per person, $50 per person for groups of 5, or $40 per person for groups of 10. Registered courts, Bernadine number 2, Iserus Fitness Lab, Lane's Main Store, Lane's Honnestville, and the Health Bar. Follow the Rotary Club of St. Vincent, Island Wide Fitness, and Lanes on social media, or call 532-0710 or 494-1408. This event is sponsored by Courts, Ready Cash, Room 106.9, Flow, Ocean Spray, KCCU, BCMIL. Go for a cause. See you there.
Welcome back to EFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Coach St. Vincent Limited. First, on the local scene, major construction works on the highly anticipated Arnosville Acute Care Hospital project are advancing at a rapid pace. Already, 165 cubic yards of 4,000 psi concrete have been poured, with work progressing steadily. Soil testing is underway to assess bearing capacity, while the casting of column footings is already in progress. The material storage area has been fully assembled, and a substantial delivery of steel has arrived on site to support the ongoing rebar work. In addition, a new sheltered work area has been constructed to accommodate steel benders and other personnel. Temporary offices for administrative and engineering staff has also been set up, marking another key step forward in the project's development. This project is expected to transform the delivery of healthcare in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, providing critical care in many areas including cancer treatment, dialysis, radiation, and chemotherapy. Patel Gibson, a resident of Daphne, whose house was destroyed during Hurricane Elsa in 2021, on Wednesday, June 11, 2025, received from the government a hurricane-resilient prefabricated home. Gibson expressed his gratitude to the government after receiving his keys from the Housing and Land Development Corporation's Project Technical Officer, Orlando Bling. The prefabricated one-bedroom home, manufactured by Duravilla Homes in Guyana and sourced by the government, marks the first of 50 structures being rolled out across the country. The initiative aims to support vulnerable Vincentians in acquiring safe, affordable, and hurricane-resistant housing. Speaking to the API, Honorable Curtis King described the moment as a significant milestone for Gibson, who has been displaced for nearly 3 years. He said the house is the first in a new batch of prefabricated homes, which have already drawn national interest. Minister King also emphasized that the government cannot assist everyone at once, but remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring that every Vincentian has access to safe shelter. The HLDC General Manager, Kenyatta Alain, noted that despite initial technical challenges, the local contractors and HLDC Technical Officer successfully delivered the finished livable structure within weeks. He said it was a proud moment for the HLDC and noted that they continue to receive applications and inquiries as interest in the prefab housing model grows. This handover is part of the government's broader housing support program, designed to provide assistance to those who lost their homes due to natural disasters. Still on the local scene, on Tuesday, June 10, 2025, at approximately 1:30 p.m., police arrested and charged Antonio Simon, a 32-year-old mason of Langley Park, Georgetown, with the offense of possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. The arrest took place along the Diamond Public Road, where officers attached to the Rapid Response Unit acting on credible intelligence, approached Simon and conducted a search. During the search, a 9mm pistol and 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition was discovered. The firearm was loaded with a magazine containing 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Simon appeared before the Serious Offences Court on Wednesday, June 11, 2025, where he pled not guilty. He was subsequently remanded into custody until Monday, June 16, 2025, for trial. On to news in the region. Police in St. Martin are seeking the public's assistance in locating two brothers who disappeared after arriving on the island several days ago. The missing men are Bravely Antonio Estevez Vasquez and Francisco Antonio Estevez Vasquez, both nationals of Antigua and Barbuda. According to police, the brothers arrived safely on St. Martin a few days after traveling from Antigua. However, family members informed the authorities that they believe the brothers have since left the island under circumstances that remain unclear. The men have not contacted their families since their departure, prompting concern for their well-being and safety. The authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward. A 27-year-old Jamaican national was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison after pleading guilty to unlawfully possessing a high-powered rifle and ammunition. Akini Walker of Casada Gardens appeared in court this week, where he entered guilty pleas to charges of unlawful possession of a firearm and 18 rounds of ammunition. The court was told that the weapon, manufactured in Belgium, is capable of firing between 650 and 1,000 meters. Prosecutors emphasized the weapon's extreme lethality, noting that only Level 3 ballistic vests equipped with hard armor plates could withstand rounds from the rifle. According to court proceedings, such protective equipment is not currently available to police or Defense Force personnel in Antigua and Barbuda, highlighting the severity of the threat posed by the weapon. Walker was sentenced to 4 years and 4 months for possession of the firearm and 2 years for possession of ammunition. The sentences are set to run concurrently. On the international scene, Nigeria's president has pardoned the late activist Ken Saro-Wiwa 30 years after his execution sparked global outrage. Along with 8 other campaigners, Mr. Saro-Wiwa was convicted of murder, then hanged in 1995 by the then military regime. Many believed the activists were being punished for leading protests against the operations of oil multinationals, specifically Shell, in Nigeria's Ogoni land. Shell has long denied any involvement in the executions. Though the pardons were welcomed, some activists and relatives say they do not go far enough. As well as issuing the pardons on Thursday, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu bestowed national honors on Mr. Saro-Wiwa and his fellow campaigners, who were known as the Ogoni Nine. The 9 men were among dozens who received the honors as part of Nigeria's annual Democracy Day. The president said the accolades recognized heroes and had made outstanding contributions to the nation's democracy. Finally, in sports, the final leg of Grand Slam track GST, the athletics competition backed by Olympic great Michael Johnson, has been cancelled because of economic concerns. The 4th event in this inaugural GST season was set to take place in Los Angeles from June 27th to 29th. But Johnson said on Thursday that organizers will instead concentrate on next season's program. The competition featured a host of well-known athletes from across the globe. This has been WeFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Shanika Stapleton. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WeFM's 3 p.m. news. WeFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Experience Carnival with Courts Ready Cash. Enter to win $10,000 cash when you take a loan for $3,000 or more. Get the cash to purchase event tickets and costumes. All you need to apply is your ID, payslip, recent job letter, proof of address, and 2 references. No security required. Flexible payment terms, quick approval, and hassle-free. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.courts.com. Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Promotion ends June 30th, 2025. Normal criteria and special conditions